They ask for equality. They got the law on their side. The Me Too movement. Child support high success rate. My body, my choice. You even have to pay them to divorce them. And guess what? They're still empty.
Special Agent, do you understand your mission?
Yes. To create as many weak men as possible in order to make women feel good about the poor decisions they make in life, without having to deal with the consequences, and men challenging them with logic.
And what if that strategy doesn't work?
Then we lie on them, knowing that the law will always work in our favor. After all, who are they going to believe?
I like that. Glad we're on the same page.
Greetings everyone. Welcome to Male Conversations Unlocked, the classroom for men, where common sense is not something you were born with but what you were taught.
Charge of unattractiveness. The target is accused of having no romantic potential as far as women are concerned. I bet you are fat and ugly. You can't get laid. Creep loser. Have you thought about the problem being you?
This tends to happen on mostly social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and also dating apps such as Tinder, Bumble, and so on. For example, let's say a woman displays an inappropriate behavior such as twerking in a restaurant on a table, or a woman spreading her legs wide open and bent over on Instagram with camel toe grasping for air with captions like "God has blessed me" or "I'm a queen to be." So better respect it, and when men call them out on their exhibition of placing themselves in a position to be seen as only a sex object, then they get mad with these kind of insults due to them being corrected by men who could have probably been a potential partner, only to be avoided by those same men once they've become impoverished.
And just to throw in a bonus, threat of withheld affection. The man is admonished that his viewpoints or behavior will cause women to reject him as a mate. No woman will marry you with that attitude, or you will never get laid.
With social media being the home of modern women, they don't believe that there's such a thing as consequences, since the law provides a bandit for them when they get a little boo-boo on their knee. So if you should support the issues men face in society or success of men that are not the typical entertainers or athletes, and call women out as to why they won't get those kind of men because of the poor choices from the start, you are then ridiculed for it. For example, in 2020, a guy by the name of CJ King who posted his achievement on Twitter and Instagram. He then mentioned some truthful facts on his post using statistics regarding black women, saying this: black women don't want to deal with a black man who's gay down low, has baby mama issues, or has a felony conviction record in jail, which collectively is a large percentage of our race, unfortunately, as statistically 37% of black men are in jail while 1/3 of black men have some form of criminal record. Black women typically don't want to date down and prefer to have a black man that is on the same playing field as her or higher, while statistically only 7% of black men are professionals.
Yes, I remember that post. It was quite the phenomenon, as he was targeted like John Wick, who broke the rules of the Continental and was excommunicated. He could no longer use Continental services, and had every professional hitman on the planet gunning for his head.
You leave me no choice but to declare you excommunicado. The doors to any service or provider in connection with the Continental are now closed to you.
That about sums it up. Now understand, when you're not a rapper or a gangster, making comments like this won't be praised because most men know this to be true. However, in order to secure the kitty cat, they would have to jump on the shame wagon as well. But did he stop there? He went on to say this: so with me now gaining access into this very small percentage of black men that are young, for the record I'm under 30 with 2 degrees, single and attractive, are heterosexual, have no criminal record, no baby mama drama, and have some form of high-paying career potential that majority of black women are competing against each other for. You tell me who's the real prize here? You have to realize that many of the women and men that came after him were also part of the statistic. So of course, if you make women who are a part of this cliché realize that they have to work for the same men they tend to overlook in the beginning, you damn right they're going to be mad and feel belittled.
Indeed. Fast forward into the present. Women are learning things the hard way. They claim to be happy, but are miserable, as you've seen time and time again. They ask for equality. They got the law on their side. The Me Too movement. Child support, high success rate. My body, my choice. You even have to pay them to divorce them. And guess what? They're still empty. While men are constantly adopting and are slowly distancing themselves in terms of marriage and relationships. Today, when women are pandered to and allowed to escape their bad behaviors by the men who are creating that environment, are seen as the reason for celebration. When women are challenged for irrational thinking and illogical behavior because it causes them to act right so they be better women, you're treated as defecation.
Damn. So does shaming tactics really work on men?
Not really, but I can tell you what does. Lying on men does. Especially when they know men have a lot to lose. Because it involves the law and women don't go to jail for false accusations. Only a pat on the shoulder saying don't do it again.
Information received, former Special Agent Amanda. I'm going to leave you men with this reference. Many of you men aren't going to be like an Orochimaru, Kakashi, or a Sasuke, being a Tyrone or a Pookie and Ray or a top 20% of guys. You're going to be like a little Naruto or a little Jiraiya. Constantly seen as a lame or not on their radar, or even worse, you're the one that gets the blame and shamed when they constantly get rejected by these men. But fret not. Once you overcome your difficulties and adapt to the situation in front of you, remain focused, then just like Naruto and Jiraiya, you can become great ninja sages, and all those same women will now pretend as if they were interested, trying to be your wives after they've been run through. Broke, faded looks, multiple baby fathers. The funny twist is many of those same guys that you chase, deep down, have more respect for the men you insult than you think, because they have a drive that they admire, especially if they had similar struggles. So imagine when those same average men become supermen. I'm sorry, but you won't be the women that they're coming to save. You're not Hinata.
Hinata, thank you. It's all thanks to you standing by my side. Naruto's hand is so big and so strong. And most of all, Hinata, let's do this! Yeah! It's so comforting.
So men, comment down below. Have you ever had any of these tactics used against you, and what scenario? Class dismiss.